same thing as they did draft 1 with the trying to play Renekton, but they should they should sort their team comp like somewhere else. Just as we talked about game 1, like maybe change jungler, maybe change mid, get like a priority mid laner, like Odoamne said, like maybe Syndra.
Yeah. Like now I think Misfits did good with the Shen ban there, just because you kind of have to force the Nautilus ban from G2, else Misfits would just like first pick the Nautilus. So I think Misfits are doing the ban phase smart. Just because like Syndra's out, so like the best blind pick mid is out.
Okay.
Shen kind of forces Nautilus ban here maybe.
So
yeah, like
get it.
Nautilus ban.
Sick predictions on the desk, guys. This is why we are here. To predict the Nautilus bans after two first picks.
Now top lane is like more open, but this opens like
Shen is banned too, so there's really... What do you actually blind pick there? You'll blind pick Renekton, right?
Yeah.
You probably blind pick Renekton, and then you try to blind pick Renekton as like on the third pick for G2, just so you can like ban Gnar and Kennen. So then you have like Renekton into like Gragas, who's like kind of a weak tank. So like the impact is gonna be like probably Renekton will be higher. So
I think you can play Renekton into Gnar if you have early jungler, or if you have a jungler that can possibly do something top.
I think it's okay. I think it's gonna be like 50-50 for most of the time if Renekton plays really well in the early game.
Yeah.
But still, like later on, it's gonna be really annoying for Renekton on the side lane. But in teamfights, they should be kind of similar.
Yeah.
Okay. What if Misfits grabs the Renekton on their side over here? Because you said you wanted to see G2 take the Renekton in the third pick here, so they could ban 2 top laners. Misfits might just grab it.
But if they do that, then they just get counter-picked instantly.
So what would you
like maybe they can pick a jungler and Renekton, so you kind of like forced to like G2 loses a power pick on one of those positions. So I think that's maybe the adaptation they can do. But overall, like that's the strong point about the red side in pick and ban, just because like you can pick like a strong counterable pick in the third pick, and then you just ban the 2 counters. And then you kind of get an advantage like that. But right now, Misfits, I think they kind of got the better end of it just because they got the Malzahar first pick.
Right, and we might see the Lulu last pick from G2 against it. Otherwise, there's like Tahm Kench available. Could all be banned away. Because we see a lot of different like picks here. There's mid lane from G2, support from Misfits.
This is a really early Kalista.
Yeah. I mean, they see Caitlyn already, but I wonder like...
Maybe Ashe would have been better, just because you have like, you have Ashe Malzahar, and you just like, you have like 5 seconds of CC.
What is G2 gonna look like?
I think they have to pick jungler
pretty
here.
strong against like both of this champion, maybe?
Maybe.
Like
we could see that.
Slow on Kalista is like must be pretty annoying. I have no idea about the lane matchup, but just about champions, it sounds good to me.
I mean, you have obviously low mobility. Well, no dashes on an Orianna, as an example. Also fairly easy to hit a Caitlyn before she can net. You can interrupt her during the net, if that is what they're looking for.
Either you want to go standard and go like Lulu, which G2 really like standard things, so I guess they just go standard.
I guess there's not enough like jungles to ban, so it makes it uncomfortable for G2. I think it's the champion pool for jungle is pretty open right now, so I think even Misfits with 2 bans on the jungle is not gonna affect so much.
But the exciting thing, no top lane picks.
Oh,
Ooh, are we gonna see the counter picks coming in?
We can see something like really different than what we see in the first 2 games. Like with this scenario, I think there's more potential of like a Kennen top as a counter pick, but I think it's up to G2. Maybe we see some Kled and stuff. Like Gragas is banned now, so like top lane is really pinched right now. I'm really excited to see what's gonna go through.
Gragas is banned too.
Surely we're gonna get some carries now.
I will not like to be in the position right now where I have to blind pick, because...
Yeah, like you get countered really hard now. It's really hard to blind pick the top.
I think if I will blind pick something with all this ban, I'll maybe try to go for a Gnar.
Maybe, yeah, Gnar. I think now...
Kennen is banned, so...
Gnar. We might have Renekton into Gnar or Misfits
and then you see some like old school matchup, Gnar Yasuo, insane.
Dude, that would be fantastic. That's exactly what we want.
But it's really pinched, because right now, it's really hard to blind pick a top. And the only tank left is maybe Maokai and Rammus. So
and Rammus, of course, you bring up the Rammus. So should G2 now just pick their jungler and save last pick for Expect? Because it's so hard to blind pick. Or do they blind pick Renekton?
I think it's
just... They pick jungler right now. They have to.
Good.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, if Misfits to go Maokai, then G2 will just go Renekton maybe. And if Misfits wants to go Renekton, then G2 will go Gnar. So it's just, I think for top lane it's really hard to blind. Like, you don't really have any good blinds here.
They seem to disagree.
I guess
I guess
counter big jungle.
they just think that the champion have no counter right now, so they just go for the Renekton.
Yeah, I think they're just really comfortable that like they get
but
the best top.
They still have Gnar, so maybe they're like comfortable on the Renekton side of Renekton versus Gnar. And I don't think there's many champions you can play into Renekton.
Actually, Elise went through like this is really good.
Just
like Elise went through like all the bans here, and Renekton Elise is just a really good combo against Gnar. Like Gnar is really hard to survive the dive.
They have so much scaling on the G2 part. Like they have Caitlyn, Orianna, Lulu already, so they can afford. They can actually afford to go for the Renekton Elise and not get like outscaled necessarily.
Yeah, I think actually what G2 did here is really good, just because Elise went through all the picks and bans. So I think they just kind of baited Misfits.
So we're expecting the Elise last pick to come in.
I think Elise and Renekton is just a really good duo, and I think Misfits loses the top side of the map really, really hard.
Especially with Victor.
Yeah. Arena, from what I know, has mid pressure over Victor. Like, look, if Elise goes through, then
insane pick and bans.
I mean, it's insane. It's almost like you're professional players who are sitting in these pick and ban phases and scrims these teams as well.
Instead, we're first-time casters.
You guys are right now some of the best casters I've ever worked with.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that's a diss against every other caster or a compliment to you guys, but take it the way you want it.
Then tell us, what style of a caster am I?
What style you are?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not really bringing any hype.
Oh, okay. Right. So I should start yelling more.
Well, if you want to be the hype caster, you have to start yelling more.
Okay.
Right now,
I can try.
You're informative. You're funny.
I mean, we'll see. I will try to hype up who gets the first CS on the top lane, and I'm gonna try to make that as like the biggest point of our cast.
Will you yell?
Maybe. If it's a really good, if it's a really dramatic moment, then I will probably yell.
Because a quick story for everyone: whenever you cast H2K in our studio, where we stand next to the players, you can actually hear Odoamne scream. So through our headsets, we can hear him. And Jankos sometimes too. Yeah.
Okay, when we're winning, Jankos still screams louder.
Only when you're winning.
Yes, because he's like, remember the spot where he's like, I got Drake, and actually he said I got Nash, but then he kind of corrected himself and he's like, I got Drake.
Who's the loudest on Fnatic? Soaz? No?
I don't know. It depends on the moment. I guess me maybe on the stage. I'm not sure. I'm not sure honestly. Okay. Probably me, I guess, yeah.
Well, I know you're a very vocal member at least. Like you're always talking a lot about what you do on the map.
If I'm put on Maokai, maybe I will not be as much.
Because the monkey's not really working.
The monkey's not
really so much, I'll just be sitting on my tight CSing, so I can't like think about too much plays to make, right? But
actually, when you play Maokai, you just like sit back and you throw
you just have to be patient.
Throw Maokai's little kids and just that's it, and just enjoy it and wait for it to get
Never get kids, Odoamne. Never get kids. You don't do that.
I'm not gonna throw them like that. Maokai is like a brutal monster.
All right, boys, win game, and Odoamne has promised to hype up the first top lane CS. It's very important we don't miss it. What if it's a Raptor Camp CS? Does that count, or is it a lane CS?
The lane CS.
Okay, has to be a lane CS.
Okay.
Can you help me? Like I feel like I need you to hold my hand while I do it.
I can hold your hand.
But what if Renekton is going for Raptors? So then Gnar just get the first CS anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, but
so there's no fighting for the CS. He just.
I just hope it's gonna be on screen, so we can hype it, because
we can guarantee it's gonna be on screen. Like, they can hear us.
It would be really like disappointing, if we like see something else and then Gnar gets the moment and we kind of have to like try to anticipate the hype.
Very true.
They're gonna be like, he gets
classic boring level 1 fan out where nothing happens.
Everyone's scared for their lives.
Everyone's like, to invade here.
It's game 3, guys.
It's actually really risky to invade level 1, because you only want to invade level 1 if you want to trade jungle, basically.
Yeah, like usually when you want to invade level 1, it's like, say your bot lane sees someone and then you're like, okay, then they're not camping, and then you can like, grab mid lane and top and just invade and get a ward on a jungle camp, just because it's easy to like, where more people are, so it's a lot easy to like control the environment pretty much.
Minions are on the way, Odoamne.
Oh my god.
No one is doing anything. You're actually sweating right now.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
This guy's so nervous.
I can. Like I told you, it's the most hype moment of my caster career.
Yeah, and it's been a short career so far.
it's my first attempt at being a hype man.
They're not going for Raptors, so it's gonna be a fight.
It's gonna be exciting.
Well,
I can't wait.
You have to hype the autos and stuff. Who's going for the first auto?
He's going for it.
Oh, it looks like Alpha is winning the first battle.
He's going for the minion, and he's going lower.
Get loud.
And lower.
No, he didn't hit it.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, it was really close. You see, it was like the minion was like 5 HP.
I mean, it was hard because, like, you know, I didn't know when it was gonna die.
No, that's fair. I like the way you hype it is by not saying anything until it dies and then go like, whoa!
I mean, it's still a hype kind of in a way, no?
I guess. I'm not sure if the viewers bought it.
Hey, I'm
real
first
hype.
time at this thing, okay?
That's fair.
Just give me a break.
That's cool. That's true. Let's talk about the lane instead, because this should be a bit more
Actually, there's
explosive.
laning, so it's fun.
Did you actually play this matchup recently?
Yeah, I played it a couple of days ago, or maybe I think this week in scrims I played it.
I didn't play it for quite some time, so. But I believe like Renekton shouldn't try to force trade too hard because else he will just get kited.
I think Renekton kind of like, you know, got chunked too much from auto attacks early game.
Yeah, because he tried to go for a Q with Rage and then he just got like 3 auto and Q by Gnar.
Or even when like, I think he shouldn't like, you know, try to contest the push, just kind of
I think he can go for trades at level 3 because he have double dash and stun.
But like early game when
but
like
level 2 it's too risky.
Yeah, it's just because like you can maybe with 50 rage and just back off if your wave is decent enough. But at level 1, I think he just got chunked too much, so that's why he lost pressure. Like he already used his potion, but now
Gnar is gonna have a free lane basically. Yeah, he still have pots. He have a pots upgrade.
Yeah,
I mean pots advantage. I mean.
Yeah, but like now I think it's on Renekton to just like stack his rage and he can get like a good trade when the wave bounces back from his tower. But Gnar kind of had like free ticket through early levels from this. Just because like Expect made a mistake in early game trying to contest the push, I think.
So we're looking for a trick to come top lane, or?
I think it's kind of unnecessary. I think like, what they're trying to do now with Lee Sin is just like they try to like you know counter gank in case Elise is here. Because like Renekton will get like 50 rage on this wave, so like the stun is big and there's a lot of damage. So I think this is kind of smart play from Misfits. But I think now
Sting.
I don't think they can get much. Only a chance.
Spotted.
Goodbye. But
stop his recall.
That's really good from if you can always get like those chunks with Q, it's pretty good. Just because like Renekton might lose like the duels and stuff, but he kind of has sustain with like just random Qs on the wave and stuff. This is fine trade. Like this is a really good trade. Now he just is out and like it's just really hard to match it. Like once you get like this, when the wave is really good for Renekton because it's like pushing from him, so he kind of has like this safety. So it's a lot easier for him to just play aggro now that he has all his skills.
Insanely risky what Alpha is doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, you have no wards, even though he had Lee cover. Renekton saw him.
Actually, a good point, because like...
So Lee Sin recall, and he was still looking to trade on Expect minions.
Yeah, like if Elise was there, then he would just die. Like, it was really, really risky. I would have at least put the ward in the river. Oh. I think this... fight on the bottom lane. I think this TP top is fine. Maybe if he plays it fine enough, he can maybe actually... It's hard. Like here, what he wants to do, he would like want to freeze the wave, you know, and just kind of force Renekton to match his TP. Because if he doesn't do that, then now he kind of like lost TP pressure. Like Renekton can walk to lane, or if he's really greedy, if he would have stopped the base, then it would have been really good.
Yeah.
But he can be greedy and just TP back to lane and kind of like keep lane pressure, or he can just like be a bit more selfless and just save it for the bot pressure.
Yeah, he should probably run there because his base is not that great, and maybe we'll look for a better opportunity to TP.
Do you guys think we're gonna see some bot lane plays from G2, or is it just more he's waiting for maybe a second recall?
Well, Gnar don't really wanna TP on bot for first turret. Like it's really hard to get TPs on Gnar because you wanna get your rage going, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a Gnar is not a great champion to TP. Ideally, with Gnar you wanna scale, get your back cleaver going, get your frozen mallet, and then you're gonna be pretty strong. So maybe G2 is gonna look for the TP.
The thing is, it's hard because it's kind of predictable, and bot lane is not gonna be 6 for like a really long time, you know. Like bot lane is gonna be 6 by like minute 8 or something, and then that's when Gnar's TP is gonna be like 30 seconds or a minute off cooldown. So then they just give pressure up a bit. I actually would have liked maybe Renekton to just TP back to lane and keep up the pressure. Might have been more effective.
Right.
But I think the chances of getting a dive are not that big. Actually, with Elise, maybe they're a lot bigger.
It is potentially bad for Fari.
Oh yeah,
his way back.
I didn't even notice Elise, but if he would have greeded to like go in or maybe force the ulti or something, he would have gotten ganked, and I think he would just get one shot.
It's not happening. So builds here. So as you mentioned, Black Cleaver, Frozen Mallet. Are we just gonna see like Black Cleaver first with Ninja Tapi and then for Frozen Mallet? Is that like the big 2-item spike we're looking for? Well, Fari, that is. Also.
I think Gnar. I mean. It depends on base all the time, obviously. like what base you get. So you, depending of what base you get, you will get different items.
Yeah.
But ideally, I will, if you have like the best base you can have, I think I would like to go Phage into Boots into Black Cleaver.
From my experience, like I feel like if the Renekton plays the lane properly and kind of gets like his early game lead in a way, it's kind of inefficient to go Black Cleaver because you just play Black Cleavers on both tanks, and I think Renekton will still like get the better of like pretty much all the trades. I think if you like just go Frozen Mallet, you lose on the damage, but Renekton doesn't have any win condition anymore. Just because like if he takes the trade, he cannot like back off safely. You will just chase him down. Like he will win the initial trade, but the whole time you're chasing him back to like safety for him, he will like keep losing trades like that.
Yeah, but I think it's good if the map is open. But
because
if both have their turrets,
I guess
I get too much.
Yeah, I guess if it's straight up 1v1, but it's just like I feel like if you go Frozen Mallet on Gnar, it gives you like way more security. You just have like you don't have to worry that much about trades anymore, just because like it's up to Renekton to like to get a bad trade, not up to you to like get a good trade anymore. So it just gives you like more options, I think, overall.
Well, Expect is now returned to lane again, guys. No TP used on 2 recalls, and now Alfari get his TP back. So obviously, not the greatest for Expect. The fact he doesn't use the advantage at all.
Yeah, but it's
so if you do that, you will like ideally you will have do as Odoamne said, like just TP back to your lane so you don't lose pressure, and maybe you will have get one more wave up, on the Gnar.
The thing is, even wait, what did I want to say?
I don't know. The guys here, they're eating a lot of chocolate, so they're talking a little bit slower than normal. The last 2 games they've been non-stop talking, but right now we're just looking at Expect take it to the face.
Now it gets
oh, they get first turret at
actually.
What?
I feel like Expect has like been having this bot lane advantage almost every game, where we look at him, he just does fine in lane.
Coming in though.
Yeah, Renekton doesn't know it.
Let's see.
First dive of the series, is it?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Mega Gnar is on the way.
Please, no, he knows it. He's gonna leave. No, don't let it happen. Kakao, go.
Goodbye. But oh, I remember what I wanted to say. Even though like Renekton didn't use his TP or anything, he still kind of has like that fake pressure, that they can TP.
Yeah, the mind game.
Yeah, it's just the mind game. Like it kind of makes
and G2 always
the
use that.
Yeah, it kind of makes them play safer in a way. Like it just gives them more pressure. Because like G2 could like just perma push bot lane just because they had TP, hard to get ganked.
Far needs to be careful now because the bot lane has been called missed, a few seconds ago, and he's taking the trade.
I took it to them, but Renekton's all his skills were on cooldown, so Mitty had kind of like the maybe he could have waited with the trade.
Because if you would have stun as Lulu come, and then Lulu could eventually like cancel jump, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Even if he had more rage, maybe he had enough damage.
I don't think Alpha would have died, but he could have they could have made him flash at least.
Yeah, maybe blow the summoner. I think this is good for G2 though, just because like they initiated, they're a lot faster.
I think they got 2 towers, yeah.
I think what Renekton here is fine. He can go bot and just catch the wave if Misfits doesn't decide to push for tier 2. But maybe he would have been better if you just sit here and just try to force Gnar off of here.
I mean, overall, this is a very tough situation for Misfits. They just lost 2 turrets. They're responding with the bottom one.
Yeah.
Oh, the lead is actually so massive. It's 2,000 gold at 10 minutes.
Exactly. It's pretty huge.
Ooh, solo kill. Oh, close enough.
Build yourself.
Oh.
You don't have. Does he have?
No, he didn't have it.
He have no sums. Perks, I guess Perks just knew that he would survive with like 20 HP.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Renekton ulti.
I believe it's a dead crocodile.
Yes. He got turned into Lacoste.
Nice joke, mate.
Thanks.
Good memes on the stream.
Yep.
So, Expect walked mid lane right there, tried to defend, and then realized actually there were multiple members coming from the bottom side.
It was a fine roam. It's like
well, it's more the fact he went forward there when the bot lane had already gone missing.
I believe I had the same situation yesterday. A Malzahar flashed on me and I died.
Was that the first or second or third or fourth or fifth death?
The third one. First one was 1v1, second one I got dive. Third one, Malzahar came from lane and flashed ult. Sad moments.
30 Malzahar
Definitely
players.
sad moments. Because I was sitting and preparing for the top lane stream yesterday by watching your game. I was like, alright, what should I talk to Soaz about? I'm like, damn, he's dead again. Now he gets
but
killed in
then,
the side lane.
But then I saw Odoamne play today and I actually felt better. I actually felt a bit better.
Yeah, that's true. As you guys can see, we've brought up 2 top laners who like to feed a lot for this stream.
It's okay. It was just one of those days for me and Soaz.
Obviously, you were against Chachi.
Yeah, actually, there was nothing I could do.
Is Chachi the best top laner in Europe? Is their best top laner? Is their best top laner?
You have his days. Like
I think it's
I would rather.
debatable.
I think it's much better to have a top laner that's more consistent, really. But again, you know, like consistency.
Consistency. I help you there.
Okay, what Odoamne said depends a lot about like the team and the team chemistry, you know.
Yeah, I think he's really good. I think he plays overly aggressive sometimes, but his laning phase is just really good because he takes risks. While I prefer to like play more safe and just try to like go for like low risk, low reward kinda, while he goes for like high risk, high reward. Because like the way he used to play, it kind of maybe changed a bit now. But the way he used to play was like he would disregard jungle pressure and he would just play aggressive. And if the jungler is not there, you would lose really hard. But if the jungler is there, he would die. Because there's like some games like last week, I think it was like I can't remember who he played. He played Trundle. He was like 0-5-0 at one point.
Yeah, he got dive a lot.
He was against Misfits, Alfari and Kakao.
Renekton, Lee Sin, I believe.
It was against Alfari and Kakao in that series.
I think overall he's really good, but it's always kind of like debatable. I don't think there's like a best one. I think everyone just kind of has like ups and downs. And it's kind of like, what do you value more? Do you value consistency? Do you value like maybe carry potential? Like today he showed up big. So it's kind of like always hard to judge based on that.
Another Rift Herald going down though. So this game, while we were chatting,
good for Gnar.
Yeah, it's really good for Gnar here.
This is one of the moments where you feel like it's definitely worth it.
Especially they didn't really lose much in terms of tempo. They had like a slow push going on top, so
they
maybe lose like a few minions on top, but it's a pretty good herald and pretty good timing to do it from Misfits.
It's just because like everyone from G2 reset now.
Look,
so
he's going for your build.
Yeah, I think
you're too smart. But the map is open.
Yeah.
As we said, so it's even better.
It's just like, I feel like I tried the Black Cleaver one as well. So whenever I trade with him, he kind of like outplays me a bit, and then I try to chase him down, and I just don't have enough slows, you know? So I'll just proc my W maybe once, or maximum twice, and then he'll like keep running. While with Frozen Mallet,
even if you have boots level 2 and Black Cleaver, you cannot chase him down?
Not really. Because like he will just have like boost level 2 as well, and then he would maybe have like movement speed from Phage and stuff. So it's just kind of hard. At least that's from my experience. And with Frozen Mallet, like, you just chase him. You can chase him from all the way from your tower bot to his tower.
A TP flank.
Oh, this is good.
I believe it's dead Kakao.
I think everyone from like...
that's really sad.
You TP for nothing.
They should just bot now. Like, they're really overextended bot.
Well, they might be killing Hansama now.
They should go for Hansama, yeah?
Yeah, they should just go for Hansama because Kalista has ult. Goodbye. At least Mazar lived.
Yeah.
Good AD. Save the support.
Really good setup though, by expecting G2 right there.
It was like, really good ward.
Yeah, deep ward into the TP.
It was the only deep ward that they had, no?
Yeah, I think so.
They have 2, yeah. One at red buff and then the control ward.
I wonder when did they place it. They probably placed it after pushing out bot.
Maybe when the Herald swap happened, when they saw pressure for Herald, when they took Herald, then they lost pressure on the bot side, maybe.
But they should have realized that when they got Herald, they didn't place any deep wards into enemy jungle, but they should have realized that their bot side jungle was warded, because they got Herald.
And it's just really hard to overextend that point.
Yeah.
Maybe there are like 3 people there with like the jungler there, and then like mid has pressure maybe and he can move, then it's fine. Because even if they TP, they can match TP maybe and just have like a 4v4 or 5v5.
Like still?
Oh,
yes.
There we go. Kakao. Oh, now it's the Gnar's turn to TP.
Yeah, but
I think he should cancel, this is good. It's just so hard to TP against Caitlyn. He just puts the trap over you and then...
It's the same. If you're playing a Zonia champion against Caitlyn, like Rumble, and you want to Zonia after fighting, you cannot escape.
Yeah, it's just really, really hard.
So the ward expect used was actually after he died randomly in mid lane when Malzahar roamed in from bot lane and killed him. G2 walked in, placed a control ward.
So it was a long ward, right?
Yeah, it was actually a ward. It's been there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then Kakao gets surprised and ends up dying, and then the bot lane dive as well. Really good setup by G2.
I think this is good. Oriana should go back to mid lane. Yeah, he's going to like they don't lose pressure at all because they keep the mid pressure up and
the thing is they would have go for this player regardless of getting Kakao. Kakao was just like
he just happened to be there.
Yeah, a cherry on top of the cake. You know, they just wanted to kill their bot lane. They don't even wanted to go for their
their bot lane was just really overextended there.
So, guys, what are we looking at now? We're 17 minutes in, 4K goal lead G2. They got 3 turrets. Like the map is wide open. Will Renekton just keep pushing out a silent and then look to roam?
I think it's hard for Nar to get pressure on silent just because like Misfits as a whole is behind. So
well,
like
Renekton have like half an item more than now.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Like Renekton can just push the wave and just disappear.
L2.
Yeah. I think it's just hard because this is a shockwave. There's no follow-up.
No follow-up.
It's actually the same person right here. It's not Odo and Soaz. It's
I'm just changing accents.
The good old accents. We were a little bit concerned with the Danish, the Romanian, the French accent, but hopefully people.
It's a good fiesta.
It's definitely a fiesta. Alfari.
Goodbye. They can chase here.
He's gonna chase. Oh no,
it's
not.
kind of
His team is not coming.
They can maybe turn this around. It's hard.
So when Alfari is building
issues.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But when Alfari is building Frozen Mallet here and walks into a fight,
it's just
you can't have really weak.
It's just like Nar's base stats are really weak. You can't really like team fight, you know. If you want to team fight, it was like in the old meta where you would play IRL at top and you had to do random first item and just kind of like neglect all the offensive stats. It's because like your base stats are kind of like a mix between damage dealer and tanks. So you're kind of like not really like good at anything. You're just like being kind of a hybrid. So like now you can't really team fight. All you can do, like since you dedicate to being a split pusher, you can only split push, and you can't really like team fight. You can only clean up maybe in a team fight if you find a AD carry or something, just because you have enough HP. But I think it's really hard to just straight up team fight.
I mean, he should win against Renekton at some point, but it's pretty hard for him to team fight against Lulu and Kate.
Yeah.
I would jump in here and just chase him down.
Yeah.
So what is the next item from Nar that Alfari
especially as he have a ward in Tribush.
Yeah, and he used the... So what did you say?
I just asked what the next item was he needs to be able to win this side lane.
I think he still wins now. He still wins now. Black Cleaver would just make it a lot easier. But...
Just for the CDR and being able to chase down people.
Yeah,
with the movement speed.
That would be really good, I think.
Oh, you can come to us now. There's a pause, so you guys will be on camera again.
Oh no.
Look pretty, smile, throw the chocolate away. These guys have been eting chocolate for like...
No, I only ate one.
Yeah. That's
look at this guy. He has 12 sandwiches in front of him.
You want to show the sandwiches?
just show the sandwich. Like, look at the fish. What you have there.
It's because I'm bulking, you know. Like, I need all the protein.
For the gym?
Yeah, for the gym. For you, of course.
For me?
Yeah, for both of you guys.
Just for the stream? Just so you're kind of like...
So I can look like Crepo, you know, and sit like all swollen on stream. The classic Crepo
Hey, when can we like trade you for a Crepo casting?
I mean, if that's what you want.
I kind of want to trade color casters and kind of get the best experience. Yeah. I want to hear that Belgian accent.
I'm sure he's going to be happy to join. I just muted myself right there. I'm sure he's going to be happy to join. I'm very sad you actually want to.
Just because like this is like a unique opportunity for me and Soaz, so we kind of want to.
Oh, you want to get a bit of both worlds.
We kind of want to get the best of both worlds, yeah.
Okay. So we might actually be
we're going back
into the game.
Nice.
Hype. Thought for a moment.
That was an intense pause.
Yeah, it was actually insane. I'm glad we talked so much about the game as well. Talk about replacing
What about scaling? Who have the better scaling?
I think maybe Misfits. Like Victor is just really strong. I think like Victor.
Yeah,
maybe
Victor with like 5-6 items is super strong. He's probably the strongest mid, but
he just has a lot of zone power with his ulti and his E.
He also have Gnar compared to Ellie's.
But I think like even though Gnar will win side lane, if it goes to team fight, I think kind of like Renekton and Gnar. Oh, we're going in. These are really good TP flanks. It was really good play. This Gnar, maybe he can... Oh, this is really good. Like, it's probably getting chunked too much. It's good that he cancelled. He keeps pressure.
Yeah.
And Nash is still not up, so I think this is a good trade, because if Nash would be up, I think he would have to complete the TP.
So, because he cancelled now, though, he's stuck in the bottom lane, but it's okay because it just... we were 20 minutes in, like, half HP.
Yeah, I think he could, like, keep pushing. I think he could keep pushing, because I think G2 was so chunked that Misfits could stop the Baron in a 4v5.
It would have been really bad if Alfari still had his TP. Because then they will have no TP when Baron is up. But since they both use TP, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, it's though. Do you guys think G2 is forcing too much? Or is it okay?
I think it's good. I think maybe if they are more patient, then
I mean, they don't have a comp to force, really. Like, it's gonna be harder and harder for a Renekton to force a flank. Because at some point, they're not gonna be able to. It's gonna be... It should, like, this game should be, again, a front lane fight, you know?
I think
no team wants to.
Keep going.
Now.
Just keep going.
Oh, this guy's overextending kind of. Oh, he might die here. Actually, he has ulti. Oh, it's good. Expect kind of waited for it. I think he will still die here. Yeah,
I mean, it's all 5 is bot lane from G2, so yeah, he's pretty dead. Great call, mate. Great
Goodbye.
call. You're a smart guy.
Thank you. But I think in a team fight still, when Renekton and Gnargis go in there, there's going to be like negligible difference. And for the flanks, I think the way the flank should start is like, I think G2's team need to start something instead of, you know, the flanker being the one that does something, you know? Because say you have Maokai and he TPs, he can like lock someone down. But with this comp, when you have Elise and Orianna pretty much as your only potential catch, and Renekton is like kind of melee, you kind of need to... the catch from Elise needs to start the fight, not the teleport. Because I think if Elise starts a catch and then the Renekton TP comes as a follow-up, I think it's okay. But the way they're doing it is not really that optimal.
So we're looking for a setup around like objectives and then force them to come face check you and take the fight then?
Yeah, like if G2 sets up the map and then they face check into Elise stun and Lulu slowing them and Orianna slowing them, I think it buys enough time for Renekton to get into the back line.
You just don't want to have to like force the engage, you know? You just want to let them come to you.
Oh, this is a good catch.
Well, I guess it was Misfits setting up around objective instead.
So I said, you just want to wait for opportunities. Like, you just wait for enemy to make a mistake and then you try to punish it with your TP. But I think they just weren't patient enough so far.
How much is the enemy making a mistake or you forcing them to make a mistake?
Go ahead.
I guess it depends about like the vision that you have really. Like, if you have the control of the game and all the vision, then the other team is gonna tend to be impatient and tend to do the mistake, right? So it's just about vision control and patience, really.
Misfits is behind, but do they have only one Drake? No, I think they have 2 Infernos, but the display is...
Yeah, they just picked up a second one.
Yeah.
It takes time, you know, to ride it in, block it in there.
Like they're 5k goal behind, but the double Inferno might be their only saving grace. I think it's just G2 is kind of like forced poorly until now, so they're kind of like maybe they don't feel like they're so ahead, just because like all their attempts didn't really go that well.
Or how much is G2 just saying, you know what, let's wait a few minutes so we're actually strong enough to start a Baron and bait around Baron. Like, you don't have to force something between 20 and 25.
Yeah, they can definitely do that, but I think they, like this is good. But I think so far they kind of got
force
like
the TP of Alpha because they see him pushing sideline and Renekton's with them.
Maybe, and they still have 1 Earth, so they can try to sneak it. I think this Nash is
this Nash is they have it.
I think Misfits really need to start to force a fight now, but like now it's really far when they walked into the shop.
They're just gonna back our nice boom.
Yeah, it's really good using engaged by G2. I think Misfits really, their only chance there was like to force a fight. Like once National is gone, you really need to like force a fight to like try to clean up or just try to catch when they set up the map. But I think it's just really hard now for Misfits to make a catch.
Basically smart play from G2. After, you know, they failed to get that last TP gank, they're like, you know what, we wait, we can take the Baron soon, Elise, everything is there. And they just pick it up super clean. Like, this is what I see a lot from the top 4 teams in EU. Sorry, Soaz, to remove you from that conversation straight away, but I feel like G2, H2K, and also Misfits very often, like, have these really good Baron setups where they very cleanly can, like, start it, and if the enemy shows up, you just turn and fight them.
It's just because, like, the game is stalled so much, you can't really crack the base or the inner towers unless you get, like, a really good 1-3-1 going, but if the enemy team is just good, you can't really, like, over-force it. So the only play you have is just the Nash area, just because like if you have vision a lot, you can make so many plays. So it's just the most beneficial place for your team if ahead to just force around. Yeah. Just because like everything else is kind of ineffective to the potential of like Baron baits or vision control around Nasher.
Alpha is a bad boy and didn't sell his Dawn Blade to buy some picks.
I get flamed by my coach so many times.
That's why we need coaches, man.
I'm reformed now. I used to sit.
You sell your donuts to buy picks?
Yes, I sell my donuts to buy a pink. Actually, yesterday. No, when was it? No?
You didn't play yesterday. You played today.
Or was it yesterday in screens? It was something like that. The first time I bought 2 pinks. I sold my donuts and bought 2 pinks, not one. At the same time.
Did you forget to play? And then you
sold your 2 pinks and you bought.
And then I placed.
I don't need this.
and then I placed 1, and then on the next base I sold my pink to buy an item.
Yes. So you actually only needed 1.
I was being kind of a rebel, you know.
Okay.
But I'm still proud of myself. You know, I bought 2 pinks.
You're showing you could do it, but you actually don't want to do it.
Yeah, chase him down. He's dead.
Yeah,
just kite him. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, just
he can't do anything.
Yeah, like, look at him.
Is stuck.
Poor Crocodile, he was just like, he didn't know what to do.
He just had to run to his team.
Yes.
As he could, else he would die.
Well, luckily for Expect, his team is actually winning the game right now.
This looks like a Fnatic game as well. Some big toll going in, tagging turrets.
It's hard now, like now the base is cracked.
Yeah, but that also happens in the Fnatic games. They lose their inhibs.
We really often lose 3 inhibs and then just try to hold on to our Nexus.
Is that on purpose? Is that to get more farm?
Yes, we hold on into our pockets.
Like imagine, like every lane comes with 2 super minions, not 1, 2.
Exactly.
Imagine, like if you like farm like that for the next 30 minutes, you probably outfarm the enemy team by like 100 CS.
We've seen other teams try it in Europe as well and given us some really long games.
I mean, it's a really good strat, but it can backfire sometimes,
Okay.
Maybe you can lose your Nexus sometimes.
Sometimes you lose your Nexus,
yeah,
but it's just unlucky, like it's just like you misplayed somewhere.
Yeah, it's not because of the strategy. It was another misplay.
Yeah, somewhere. Like you could have probably just farmed it off fine, but someone made a mistake,
Yeah, okay.
That's how it should go.
Right. There's a lot of amateur coaches right now writing down this strat. Okay, lose 3 inhibs. Farm
I mean, it's good strat. Like, trust me.
I don't really trust you. What about this Kalista build, though? Let's talk about 80 carries. That is a Rage Blade Kalista. Have you guys seen that before?
I think that ability power scaling on her. Wait.
Let's see. E is, of course, physical scaling. W doesn't really have any proper scaling when it comes to these kind of things. And then Q, physical damage scaling. So, kind of trying to find the AP here.
I mean, it's okay, I guess.
It's okay, I guess.
But he's not even gonna do so many autos in the fights. Like.
Yeah. He's gonna hit Renekton like 2 or 3 times in the back off.
Is it because is he a rebel? Is he being like
I think he's a rebel. Like definitely a rebel.
Let's see what he does in these fights. Like could have just been Hurricane, which is standard. But I guess this is not a bot lane stream, so
yeah, it's not up to us to comment on that.
No, it's not for us. It's not for us. What are you looking for now in terms of the top laners? Because we've seen, obviously, Afari can kill Expect if he gets the long lane, but he never gets the long lane anymore.
Just because Misfits is so behind. Like,
exactly.
They can't really... He doesn't have the freedom to, like, overchase or play aggressive or anything. He kind of needs to stay grouped with the team because they're, like, kind of, like, trying to crawl back into the game just because they're so behind. So he doesn't have any options. He just needs to group.
They should have just never lost this bound, basically.
Even before that, they were like 5k gold behind from...
Yeah, but as long as the Baron was not taken, they could have still all into...
If the Baron wasn't taken,
they could have never get Nexus. So.
Yeah, if the Baron wasn't taken, then Gnar could like always pressure Renekton on the other side lane. But yeah, if you don't lose Baron, you don't lose the Nexus.
No, that's true. Yes. True. It's a very good strategy. Very good point. We're getting some of the big ones in here. So like right now, we're kind of just waiting for G2 to go for the next Baron, and the Elder Drake has been taken by Trick right now. Oh, sorry, not the Elder Drake, the Infernal Drake. And then like G2 will just get another fight.
Oh, it's not even Infernal Drake.
Bam, but look at the icon, it's red on the left corner.
I mean...
thought it's Infernal, not that stupid Clown Drake.
Why are you judging the dragon by its color? Just because you think it's red, you think it's Infernal?
I mean, it was red in the left corner.
I mean, it was a white Drake. You're just being a bit like, you're a bit of a naughty boy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be.
I'm so sorry, Ram. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, get your facts straight next time.
All right, it was
Don't
a Cloud
discriminate
Drake.
the Drakes.
Yeah, it was a Cloud Drake. Don't assume it's gender either. And now, guys, come on. We're waiting for Baron, right? That's the thing. That's the key thing.
It's the only way to crack open the base now. Just they could play more aggressive and try to siege a tower, but it's just hard.
Give me a tip here for a Gnar player in this situation. Do you charge up your Mega Gnar and then just TP in? Okay, he died. That was pretty easy. I guess Caitlyn with Lulu
if I play Gnar against that Caitlyn with Lulu and Orianna shield, I don't really want to play the game.
You just play side lane?
I think I just go side lane and you're like, guys, you got lost again?
I'm pushing.
Yeah.
I'm pushing, but you guys lost. It's not my fault.
They should try to get inhib for Baron, but it's gonna be too late. And they have their inhib down bottom, so they just can't do anything really.
Yeah, it's just hard. And Gnar, Gnar can get like flanks, with ulti, but it's just because you get like look at Misfits team. They're pressured in the base.
Get flanks exactly because they have all the control. So Gnar cannot face check. Gnar cannot face check against this. He cannot flank. So Misfits is just
doomed.
Donzo.
Well, now that you guys are trying to be professional casters, you gotta come up with like a fake hype way to be like something like, Alfari's gonna like flash in. He's gonna get a big one.
Big wall coming in, gonna get cleared.
Oh, good. Great hype, guys. Great. I'm really believing Misfits can come back now.
Yeah, me too.
Really believing it. Like,
I mean, I'm just like all about self-motivation, Like now I'm motivating myself to think that Misfits will win, and I strongly believe they will win.
Don't believe it. Okay, Sven is going ham.
They got a bit of control, but Sven is gonna poke them down.
Look at this guy. He's 1v9. Actually, maybe like 3, because he has like the shield and stuff.
Oh.
What about the spiders? Do you count the spiders?
Oh, now they kind of reset the fight, but it's impossible to walk in there.
Ooh, gonna get some vision.
We're obviously using Misfits vision right
look at
now.
His ball. Oh, I knew it.
Oh. But like, look at the bot wave from look at the bot wave from Misfits. It's just pushed at the Nexus as well.
Oh,
Inhib is up. They're probably gonna lose Inhib with this wave if nobody goes bot. It's just hard to go bot.
Look at G2
though.
though.
The minions hitting the turrets, not the.
If we actually put on the full vision, you can see G2 is rushing for the base, and then they realize they can go back and take Baron. Because we were looking from Misfits' point of view, just being like, they can't see anything. Like, you have no wards, there's nowhere to TP.
You now went bot position.
Oh, Kakao, he's hiding from control. He's gonna steal it. They don't see him.
They know. Oh, they are looking to fight.
I think it's their only play, honestly. They can't really do much.
Good play from Mithi to not get the bounce.
This is good. Alphari did the best he could there. It's like they can safely disengage now. Maybe at least dies here.
Zoning them.
At least can just flash.
Trig is gonna
die. But it's still fine. Like
get GA popped.
The thing is that was the best like Misfits could get. Now got ulti on 4 people into the wall. Yeah. But it's just like they have QSS on.
Malzahar got the kill, a bit unfortunate.
he will build his Liandry just now. And
it looks like OG. When OG play, Picky get all the kills, I noticed.
I know. It's just like you don't really want to kill stuff from your owner. Like, you kind of have to respect it. Be like, there you go, you take it.
But now it's not looking so great for Misfits.
I think the best player Misfits could possibly do now is leave their inhib so they can get more farm.
Yes. Now is the time.
Now is actually the
time
strategy.
where you give up. Actually, if you want to take it the next step forward, and you can even give up the Nexus towers. Because this way, if the enemy team wants to push, they cannot get any more gold.
Because it never pushes back.
I mean, it will push, but the thing is, they have no towers to take. So there's no gold to get taken. And the only way they can get like gold is if they hit like 50. They can get 50 gold on the Nexus.
Yeah.
I imagine it's like the perfect stall.
People wonder why we lose to the Koreans with these kind of strategies. Like,
I mean, it's good turtling, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's just like you give them all the gold they need, and then they don't have anything else to get.
I mean, it's smart. I've seen some teams try it. Normally, they end up losing pretty hard. But
I think it's just like they just played bad.
Was that your strategy versus Unicorns in the first game, or?
Yeah, but it almost worked.
Okay.
When Bar took the portal and killed his whole team.
Yeah, that was funny. That was a classic.
Did you see? Like, it was perfect strat from us.
It was actually really smart. Sad he lost the next fight though at Baron, but let's see with G2.
It was close.
You didn't have ulti, which actually was super unfortunate.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. I don't know where you used it, if you wasted it or something. But
probably ulted the wave to get some pressure.
Get some tempo.
Yeah. And guys, I got slow push bot. Let's go.
There's no way they would definitely.
There's no way they can kill Caitlyn.
They have to try something, because I think if they lose the Zenith,
if they don't have flash on
Alphari, the game slowly and slowly.
Yeah. No flash on Kakao either to make the big play, so they can't really get a Mega Gnar in there.
Look at all the shields and the speed that they got put on.
It's just so hard, because who is gonna lock down Caitlyn?
Are you guys more afraid of G2 now that they can play like these kind of comps where Sven can get late game carry with shields?
And they could play this before as well.
Yeah, we didn't really see it, right?
Yeah, I guess they kind of got forced into it just because they lost game 2 maybe. I think it will look a lot.
The chase is coming.
Oh,
no,
close enough. I think.
JK.
I think these comps are fine to play against, just if you have, if you're not so behind, because these comps are not supposed to like get so ahead in the early game. Because
especially if you go for like Kalista or something like this.
Yeah, if you have Kalista, Malzahar, and like even Victor, I think your team fight is just as good. But right now it's just like a good snowball.
You
don't even have a rage, so he's gonna. Oh, he could get a lot more chunk.
Yeah, but it takes way too much time to kill him. It takes way too much time to kill him, and then G2 will just like collapse. Yeah.
He's trying again.
Now it's a better time.
Come on, this is the top lane stream. You want to see a kill? Have we seen a solo kill from top laners today? I don't think so.
No, probably not. I mean, Vizichachi solo killed me.
Oh yeah, I mean like in this stream.
Oh, okay.
No. Glad you highlighted though.
Thank you. I'm honest.
You are. I mean, as soon as the top lane infographic video came out, Odoamne instantly wrote to me on Skype, and he was just like super sad he wasn't #1. And I'm like, dude, it's stats. Like, it's not opinions, it's just stats. We can't really change that.
But then what did you say, Linge? What did you say? Did you say, I'm #1 in your heart?
I did say that, yes. I wanted to try to make you happy, you know. I thought you were crying or something. And
it wasn't like that. Come on. You're just trying to sweet talk it now.
It's true. It's true.
You're just caster biased.
Well, you
Is that
are.
why I'm on the disc here?
Yeah, that's why you're here.
Because I'm number 1 in your heart?
Because you're. Well, I mean, Soaz is number 1.
Really?
You're gonna be like Titan.
Oh, come on, man. Like, you're
Third.
just lying to me now.
I'm not lying to you.
Then when you lied to me yesterday.
I'm just telling you what you want to hear. Yesterday, not today. Because today I'm just kind of being honest.
Oh.
Kinda.
Kind of. Somewhat being honest.
I like Crepa way more than you did.
You know what, Odoamne? I think you're a fine guy, but I think we should just stay friends, okay? Let's just...
Really?
Yeah.
Is that how it's going to end after the...
I think it's better as friends, you know. It's better as friends. I have some stuff going on. I don't really have time, so...
Okay.
Kind of have a girlfriend as well. I think she'll be pretty mad.
I can understand that. I can just like stalk you now, you know?
That's fine. You know where I live?
No, I don't.
Do you know?
No?
Well, you won't know either.
We can see some insane wave clear on Kalista with this item build.
Yeah, the Rage Blade is really,
yes,
really making sense here.
Did you see how fast that super minion died? It's just unlucky that the other minions didn't die at the same time, you know, if he had like Runan.
The Hurricane? I've never seen Kalista build Hurricane before.
Yeah. I think like it's just like the core of Winsu is just like the most mainstream thing, you know? I honestly think you should just go for Lich Bane now.
Hey, we saw a lot of Lich Bane today. LeBlanc Lich Bane as well. Which obviously...
Was it good though?
They won, so...
Well, it must be good.
Yeah,
based on that, it has to be good.
Actually, I think we lost because we didn't have enough Lich Banes. I could have built Lich Bane in my first game.
Oh, there we go!
Sven
Damn, he flashed the wrong way!
And he's... Oh.
No.
This is it, man!
Yeah.
See, guys, this is why you hype up the comeback.
Oh. I'm kind of late to hyping it up, but... Misfits did good, yeah.
I mean, that was a sick way back account. And then the classic mind games forced the enemy AD carry to flash the wrong way.
Actually, I love it when the enemy, at least on Kaelin, when he flashes it, then he eats back to where he was. It's like
I think Sven just didn't expect the lead to go at all.
Yeah. Honestly,
so he just panicked a bit.
Honestly, Sven, if you would expect that, he would just like QSS and just flash away.
Yeah, that's what he tried to do.
He does that so many times.
That's what he tried to do, but I think he just panicked.
Yeah.
Because he didn't expect it.
Imagine how would it be now if Misfits just ends the game.
That's what happens when a game is like so slow.
Yeah.
Then you just tend to...
You lose focus.
You get complacent a bit because you just think you have it in the bag.
Okay. Everyone is just kind of sitting and talking a little bit. No one is really.
Actually,
like,
this game is like that one from Fnatic. Who was it? Fnatic UL, where you guys were like losing, and then randomly you guys get a team fight and end the game. It would have been exactly like this now.
Oh, they didn't end the game though.
Or it would have been like Origin Rocket. You wanna talk about it?
Game 1. I think.
Yes.
I think the thing about that series is everyone remembers that series. Like it's like a legendary series now in the EU LCS. Like the old Fnatic Unicorns one where they almost killed the Nexus twice and you guys stopped them and killed them. Wait, that was actually when you won on Fnatic.
That was not
Sorry, that was Huni top.
But how did you feel about Origin versus Rocket?
I actually felt like it was fun. It was a fun series.
I was sitting there on my couch and I was listening to you and I could feel like the pain in your soul.
Guys, there's a TP behind. This is the comeback. He might get Mega Gnar.
TP trying from
Come on, yeah, Mega Gnar.
It's almost full bar, so it's pretty good TP.
Oh, they're doomed. Like Victor missed his combo. Like Victor has
Sven. He's just zoning.
Yeah.
But there's a Victor ult on him. Maybe Sven dies.
They're gonna kill Sven.
Actually?
Yeah, Sven dies.
Alright.
It's the comeback.
Maybe.
You guys didn't want to hype this comeback.
It's like a 4v3 now.
Yeah, it's...
Oh,
maybe he's gonna die. He's gonna get chased slowly.
Yeah, I think he's
dead. But he's gonna die.
Well, there's no minions because they're both on the
MSQ?
opposite side of each other, so there's no minion waves.
No, they can't.
Bot lane, there's big one for
I thought
G2.
that Misfits team will maybe be able to collapse.
G2 disengaged properly because Victor missed his ulti and then he kind of overextended to catch Sven again.
Yeah,
it was a good disengage from G2.
I wonder why there's not more people on Sven.
Yeah.
Maybe just realize the TP too late.
Actually, this is really bad from Misfits, I think.
Alfaria's ulti very soon, very low cooldown. Expect the ult going in.
Yep.
That's pretty sick.
And it's over.
Well, yeah, he's gonna TP into the base.
Expect TPing, yeah.
Expect a TP.
Expect it!
Oh!
Look at the crocodile.
Sick.
That was sick.
Sick ending.
Yeah, yeah. So he's,
I mean,
he's gonna hit the
it
tower.
was one of those moments, you know, when you go to National, you're like...
Wait, he's actually not gonna win the game.
Oh, or did they manage to recall?
Yeah, they got a recall off.
Wait, there's one of those moments, you know, just go Nasher and see what happens.
Who didn't stop the recall? Who do we have to play?
I think it was... Also, I think Power Viva actually got back alive because he was dead.
Oh, yeah.
So they couldn't actually stop him. All right, guys. Well, it's gotten more exciting, closer in the end. It's not really about the top laners, I feel. Like, we haven't really talked about the two top laners a whole lot because it's hard in this situation where it's all about the team fights.
I think it's top lane is so much about like early laning.
Oh, look at the flash. Whoops.
Oh.
He actually would have survived.
Yeah,
he would have survived.
Yeah, it was close enough.
But Renekton was not even there, so it was just over-aggressive from G2 to stay that far up.
I mean, when your team walks up at them with 1 million speed and 1 million shields, you think you're fine.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. He just remembered the old days when he had Soaz playing Lulu top lane.
I miss those days. Now play Lulu and just queue the wave 24/7, and at one point have 800 AP.
I remember when you played Orianna top lane, and we scrimmed you guys with Extinct top, and after the first game when you played Orianna with Doran's Blade, he actually said to us, I'm not playing more games against this guy. I refuse to play against this guy when he plays that kind of garbage. Because level 1, you were just standing in front of the wave, and you were just hitting him.
I killed him level 2.
Yeah, I remember. He was so angry, man.
But it was a cheese. I remember I went from Tribush, and I went behind the wave, and I just started poking with Dawn's Blade.
Yeah, you just put a shield on yourself, and you just poked. I'm glad we still remember. This is like 4 years ago. Almost 4 years ago. And it made Extinct quit. So, congratulations, Soaz. It's your fault. And we didn't go to Worlds.
Like really good?
Extinct was great. Fantastic top.
I remember.
I'm pretty sure we would have gone to Worlds if he had stayed.
Did you play Heimerdinger Colossi?
Well, we played Samurais and Jeans. I believe the name
yeah,
was.
I remember.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't Extinct on...
Extinct was mid lane on that team, and then we beat them. Freeze AD carry Extinct, made Youngbuck top.
Yeah.
Cotton X jungle, I want to say. Triggers.
What?
Well, it's alive.
Fine, they can't really commit because they'll end the game. Oh, Perks is a bit deep. Oh, Victor can 1v9 this fight.
This is actually a Fnatic game right now.
Yes.
Kayn is here.
With cleaning cleaned up. The only thing is if they kill Perks, it's not as effective as killing actually Sven. But Sven is dead in Perks too. But
they won!
the end.
They won!
Hey, it could have went to 18 minutes like Origin, okay.
Well, it didn't. 42 minutes, guys. Again, hard to really highlight too much about expecting Alfari in the late game when it's all about...
There's not too much going on, sadly.
Yeah, so there was no side lane fights. We didn't get to see the Gnar kind of take over. Happy G2. These guys have not lost in over a year. When was the last time you guys lost?
Yesterday.
I lost like a couple of hours ago.
He wins.
Yeah, because you lost actually like a few hours ago. And these guys haven't lost in forever.
I mean, they lost the game.
Yeah, they lost a game, but not a series. Like, what makes G2 the best team in Europe?
They have 2 Koreans.
Okay. But so does H2K.
Yeah, but I guess it's different Koreans. Maybe.
Just
they've been in Europe for longer. So
yes, their Koreans are like Europe Koreans.
Yeah, they are Europe Koreans. So
my Koreans are still
they
like...
just have to wait. Like H2K have to wait a bit more until their Koreans adapt.
Yes,
and
until they become
European.
European.
They will become like
European Koreans.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so and the same for Misfits, I guess.
Yeah.
This situation. So why do you guys have a full European lineup?
I believe there's a problem in the management.
Damn, dude. Damn. Okay. So you heard it here first. You need Koreans if you want to win, and if you get 5 Europeans, apparently it's not very good. All right. Well.
Hey, it could have been worse. You could have gotten like North Americans.
We haven't actually seen a single North American getting imported. By
Probably. Boom.
Probably. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But he's like European now.
Actually, probably he's like more European than American.
Yeah, exactly. He's been here for a very long time. So Misfits end up losing in the end for really far behind. G2 managed to win another series, as we just talked about. In the end here, like top lane performance, do you want to give it to Expect, Alfari?
I will give it to Expect because Alfari didn't play as aggressive as he was supposed to when he had like good matchups. I think he fell twice on the Renekton to play more aggressive, and on the first game he failed to play aggressive, and on the third game it looks like maybe it was the same a bit as me. Like I don't really know the matchup plays out because I didn't play it. I didn't play it for a long time, and it was maybe the same case for him, so I didn't really know to play the matchup with
Yeah, usually when you...
I have to cut you off, actually.
Again?
Because we have an interview coming soon. I do it every single time when Odoamne is about to talk, because I'm like, I really want to hear Soaz's opinion.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off, and we need to go to the analyst now, right now. Come on.
We're going to an interview very, very soon.
Okay.
Very soon. I was just told, like, you know, stop talking, tell Odoamne to shut up. And I'm like, okay, I'll tell him. You know, 10 seconds is counting down as well. So very soon we're going to go to this interview. I believe it is with Sven, who's... okay, you get to toss. Toss to the interview right now.
But I can't hear anything.
Just say it.
Okay.
Give
okay, we're going to the Sven interview now. Chicken. Boom.
Thank you very much.